secret school. You know, like
The president. The president is here.
Your mom will be so proud.
Move. Yeah, this is also Jujutsu Kaisen.
JJK fans.
Jujutsu Kaisen is Gojo, right?
Yes.
I've been thinking about doing a cosplay at some point. I think I need to do a cosplay.
Have him here too.
Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
Please do.
Yeah, or you have him. My
I
friend,
have
my friend Bibi No Money did it, and I saw him do it, and I think I might have to do it.
Yeah.
Please
You
do.
can.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do it. I got the Asian boy look.
Yeah. Dye your hair white.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a wig if you don't want to bleach your hair.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
If you think it hurts.
I'd be down for that.
All right.
Ready.
So welcome back to the Philippines.
Thank you.
Do you have any big plans while you're here this time around?
Hopefully, put on an amazing show for the people that I've made wait a little bit too long.
We're happy to wait.
I just feel bad. I feel like there's a lot of places, especially in Asia, that I've been wanting to come back to for like 4-ish years since I came back last time. I nagged at my agent so long, but it just never worked out. So I'm really happy and excited to be here right now.
What are some of the things that your fans can look forward to from your show? Your manager already spilled some stuff, so.
New songs. My newest releases, of course, but the lead song of my upcoming EP, When the Rain Stopped Following Me, the song is called When the Rain Stops. And that song is very, very special to me because 2022 was a very weird and kind of different year for me. A lot of leaving, departure, new arrivals, and I think it's a very, very honest take at where my head's at with everything that happened and went down. I've never really talked about it like that, and I'm hoping that this is enough to give everyone closure.
So where do you usually get inspiration from for your music? Because it's very, I want to say relatable, but maybe not for everyone, but it's very personal. It feels very personal when I listen to it. I feel like
that.
I wrote it.
No, I appreciate that. So it's funny because I didn't really used to be a believer in writing songs about myself. I used to be a strong believer in just writing music about things that I overhear or stories that my friends tell me about, things that I see, and expanding on it to create a narrative in a world. But ever since Mad, which was the first single for this EP,
It's my favorite.
I started being more honest. And at first, I thought that being honest and writing about something specific narrows your view. It gives you less material to work with because it's so specific, right? I've realized it actually opens up the writing a lot more. And it lets you be unapologetically yourself. And the crazy thing is ever since I started being more honest, I think the fans just somehow knew. And I don't know how or why, but they're like, oh, like you mean it. So that's been nice.
And thing too, like, I feel like this, your latest album is just so, feels very personal. And so thank you for being more honest with your music. Have any tips maybe for people who may be going through a hard time and can relate to your songs?
Man, it depends what song, I guess, for a song.
Say Mad.
I'm going to start with Mad. First of all, they're not worth your time. They're not worth your effort. Most of the time, obviously, I don't know the situation, but if it's the kind of situation I'm thinking where people are just kind of taking advantage of your kindness, sometimes it's best to cut things off while you still have your sanity. Right where you left me, I wrote that in a flip perspective. I was the person who left. And I had someone who was willing to wait for me to do my journey and really find myself. Because I was very, very, very lost last year. When I came back, that friend was right there where I left them.
So how has your music and your writing process evolved over the years? I'm sure it's very different compared to before.
I think I had a really big ego about my writing, and I was always very adamant, especially in the beginning of the eaJ project, all the way up to like Pac-Man, even towards maybe like a year and a half after that, after I arrived in LA, I was like, oh, I have to write all my music, I have to write all my melodies, I have to have all my ideas and they have to be mine because I know my music. And slowly but surely, I've realized, and I don't know, just became less immature and learned that, man, everyone lives just as much as experiences as I do, and they have amazing ideas. And before, I remember when I was in studios, if it wasn't my idea, I would get defensive at points. But the more that I've let that go, the more that I've realized that a collaboration and a really good chemistry in a room makes for even better music. So I think letting go of like, this has to be everything that you thought in your lines, and being able to learn to collaborate with people has really helped me open my music a lot.
Speaking of collaborating, who would you love to collaborate with in the future?
There's so many artists.
What's your dream collab?
Oh, there's so many. There's so many. Obviously, I am absolutely infatuated with Billie Eilish's new album. I'm also in love with Just Tour's new song. It was different for me because I'm used to his like alt pop stuff, but then it was like more like ballad. I'm like, ooh, you sound really good on this. And Hindia introduced me to someone amazing, which I lost my mind at yesterday, but I am in love with their voice. And I've been deep diving. So hopefully I get a chance to collab with some of those people, and I think it'd be amazing.
Anyone in the Philippines? Have you been listening to Filipino music at all?
So every time I go live, everyone says turn on Raining in Manila. So I've been listening to that. I've been listening to that. And then I do Twitch streams every now and then where I have listeners turn on a lot of music. And I've been listening to a lot of like music in Tagalog. And I like all of it, but it passes by so fast that the names sometimes don't stick. But I definitely have been listening to a lot more with the Twitch streams and stuff.
Raining in Manila.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I'm glad that's the one they made you listen to, because there are a lot of other Filipino music that wouldn't fit your vibe.
Yeah. Well, that's like has like a band sound and stuff, so I kind of gravitated towards it. I also, I'm usually not super invested in like, I appreciate and like the music, but sometimes I don't like personally attach to it. But Beanie had a song. It's their third most listened to on Spotify. I know where it is because I always go and click on it. They have a song, and I think that hook is killer. Can I actually check it real quick? It's this hook is killer.
Yeah.
It's because for me, I like alt pop like instrumentation and like stuff like that, but having grown up in a system where I have to write pop, that line is a line that I would love to write in a studio. So that's what attracted me.
Do you know the meaning?
I don't. What is it?
So they say buhay ay di carrera. So it means
Carrera.
the life is not a race.
Oh.
Yeah. As if you don't know.
No, Tagalog's like my 10th language, so
okay.
I always thought carrera was like career.
Oh wow, no.
Wait, now I like it even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, the melody is insane.
What's career then in Tagalog?
It's also the same, but the meaning for the song is life is not a race.
Yeah, and I know it's like super out there, but there are oftentimes songs I feel like melodies are just like so strong. Like a long time ago when Twice released their first EP, I really liked Touchdown. And it's just like these really strong hooks make me want to go back in the studio and write a strong pop hook. So they inspire me.
Do you ever think about like changing genres a little bit, or do you think you found your...
So the thing about me is ever since I left the band, I was kind of tiptoeing around not trying to step on any toes. So what I mean by that is I felt like Day6 had a very specific sound, and I didn't want to anger people by trying to look like I was like simulating exactly the kind of music that the band was doing before. Even though I was part of the writing process, I just felt bad. So I tiptoed around it for about 2.5 years, and I just realized that my heart just isn't in it. And you know what's crazy? It's that era of Mad and Right Where You Left Me where I said, you know what? Maybe it's just time to be honest with what I really love. And I wrote Right Where You Left Me in the sound that I love, disregarding any idea of stepping on any toes and just doing something for me. And fans just know. I don't know how, but they just do when it's sincere and when it's honest. So I appreciate them for that.
But you know, all of your songs have been great before.
Thank you.
I mean, Castle in the Sky.
That one is that one's deep. Yeah, that one is. Yeah.
I'm growing this sleeve of like.
What do you have so far?
I have a lot. So it goes all the way up to here. And I have like, you know, still blank spaces. So I've got like geeky stuff. So I've got Yoda, Witcher, this is Stray Kids. And then
Are you Stray
Gojo.
Kids fan?
Yeah.
What's your bias?
Han. I like the writers. And then I have Calcifer here. And this is from Never Ending Story. And then I have more anime stuff here. So I have Zoro and stuff.
What's your favorite anime of all time? Of all
I'm gonna
time?
say Sailor Moon, but that's only because we don't get female like heroes. Yeah,
Superheroes like that.
yeah, they were like the last. But then after that, I'd say Death Note.
Huh. So what's the question then?
If you were a tattoo, if you could encapsulate like you as an artist or your music into a tattoo, what would that look like? Do you think?
It would probably be something dark, to be honest. I have a strong belief that, and I don't even know if we're interviewing anymore, but just like on a person to person, this might get a little dark. On a person to person level,
That's not happening.
yeah. Oh yeah, I don't mean for you to get that, but it is very dark. Yeah.
Because I was thinking I wanted to do a Castle in the Sky one,
Oh,
but then
wait,
that's like
who is Castle in the Sky about for you?
but then
Now I'm curious, what's the meaning of Castles in the Sky for you?
Castle in the Sky is about not feeling like you're good enough for someone who feels like you are good enough for them.
you're your harshest critic.
The lyrics are really dark. Yeah, if you like really look at it. It like relates to like parents, especially in relationships. Sometimes you feel like, well, at least I do, in any kind of like family dynamic, romantic, friends, I feel like sometimes you just don't deserve the love that they give you. And does my baggage ever make it hard to fly?
No.
So, yeah. Well, I think you're doing great.
Thank you. Can you just invite people to watch your show tomorrow, please?
Hi guys, my name is eaJ, and I can't wait to be able to play for everybody in Manila. I know I've made you wait a really long time, but I'm so excited to finally be here. And I promise, I know you guys are gonna give me 100, so I'm gonna go out and give you 150. So I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Do you prefer to be called eaJ or J nowadays?
I don't mind. I think people know me as both.
I just meant like when people are.
call it in
yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
in person.
Call me. What do you call me?
J.
Tito
Yeah,
J.
just J.
Tito, I just said Tito.
Kuya J.
Ako si Tito J.
Tito J.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.